Mobility with Mel. Today we're going to do a nice shorter practice. This is good for when we're getting close to the final weeks of the pregnancy, and just some short little movements to help us along the way, helping to get baby to move down into the pelvis and move things along. So let's begin by using our birth ball. Hopefully by now you have a birth ball to help you out during pregnancy. And so just get yourself nicely seated so that you're sitting up tall and you're not rounding into your spine, but you've got that nice alignment. You're sitting on your sit bones and your spine nice and tall. Hands on your knees, make sure you feel comfortable here. Close your eyes and let's just take a few breaths here. Breathing deeply in through the nose, breathing slowly out. Full breaths in, slow and deep breaths out. Just starting to notice your breath. Slowing it down, feeling your body. Try to let your jaw relax, your shoulders soften. Feel your feet as they're pressed onto the floor. Feel the bouncy ball under you. Feel your spine nice, long, and tall. And we're using that core breath to breathe down into our pelvic floor. So inhaling, feel the ribs, belly expand, pelvic floor expands. And no contraction, but just keeping that sense of openness, and then breathing out. Inhaling, feeling that fullness into the ball, and then exhale, keep that fullness, and exhale, breathe out. Do a couple more, inhale. Slow breath out. 2 more. Last big breath. Very good. Let's slowly start to blink your eyes back open. Okay, staying onto the ball, you can put your hands onto the knees. Let's do a little cat-cow on our ball. So you're gonna round back, and then inhale, arch, and pull your chest forward. So it may be nice to scoot a little bit closer forward onto your ball. And then you round and then scoop your tailbone into the ball. And then inhale, arch, and roll your shoulders back. Exhale, round, curl. Inhale, arch, and lift your chest up high. Good, and then come back to the center. Let's take your arms, reach them all the way out to the sides. Turn the palms, face them up to the sky. And then turn your thumbs, point down to the floor. Turn the palms facing up. Turn your thumbs pointing down. Do a couple more. Pinkies kind of twist up. Thumbs point down. And then come back up. Take the hands behind your head. Let's exhale, curl down towards your belly. Drop your head. Sway a little left and right, side to side. Good, and then coming back up. Lift the chest, open the heart. And then come just into the center. Let's do a little side bend to your right side. Crunch to the right side. Inhale back to the center, and then crunch over to your left side. Come back to the center. One more time, curl down, round into your chest. You can sway a little left and right, left and right. coming back to the center. Pull the elbows back, lift the chest, open the heart, reach up high, and then come back into the center. Reach your arms up, flip your palms up. So you're pressing your palms up and then push forward, round your spine again, and then just do this little side to side, twist left, twist right. You can even roll your hips a little bit to one side. You're rounding your spine, and then you're just kind of moving around side to side, side to side. Good, and then release your arms, come back. Sitting tall, let's just roll your head, chin to your chest, right ear, shoulder, head back, all the way around. And reverse to the left. Head drops back, all the way around. One more, right ear, shoulder. And back to the left side. All the way around. Good, lift your head back up. Now let's do some nice hip circles on our ball. So maybe you just adjust and get into a little bit more the middle of the ball here. Hands can be on your knees, and then we're just gonna do a little side to side, left and right. So you're not rolling, moving your legs too far left or right, but we're trying to keep our hips kind of just hip moving up to the rib, other hip up to the rib, and do this little side to side like that. And then we'll do round back and forth. We did a little bit of that with our cat-cow, just kind of accentuated a little bit here. And then from here, let's do a few circles. So circle around all the way. Do as good as you can, circling in one direction. Good. And then circle and roll around the other way. All the way around. Very good. All right. And then coming back to the center. Let's do a little hamstring stretch. So take your right leg, stretch it forward. You can make it straight. You might need to scoot a little bit further forward onto the ball here. And then I want you to lean down. You have to take your legs a little bit wider so you have space for your belly. And then just reaching down towards your ankle. Breathe here. You can use your other hand on your knee for some support. You can lift your chest is better rather than rounding down. There's not much space there anyways. But as you lift and lengthen, and almost like you're sticking your tailbone back and up, a little bit of a J-Lo arch in your spine as well. And then stretching hamstring, calves. Calves always get tight. You can play a little bit. You can swing your ball a little side to side, side to side. And again, just getting a little bit more movement in the pelvis, which is never a bad thing. 3, 2, 1, and come back up. Okay, switch sides. So bring the other leg in, stretch the other leg straight out. Make sure you're nice and supported. And then lean forward, lift your chest. And then you're kind of like pushing your belly down towards the floor, arching your spine. If you can flex your toes up as much as possible, works really well because you get a little bit more stretch on the back of that hamstring. And then a little side to side. If your hamstrings are really tight, you might not be able to get your legs straight, and that's fine. You can have a little bit of a bend in your knee, but just as long as you're not rounding down, I want you to keep your chest up and long and finding that little bit of an arch in your spine. Little side to side. I'm definitely feeling this a lot in my calves. I've been feeling my calves a little bit tight this last few days. 3, 2, 1, and come back up. Let's get a little stretch happening onto our inner thighs. So I'm just going to roll the ball forward a little bit, and then I'm going to take my right leg, so you might want to scoot to the side a little bit, And then I'm gonna stretch my right leg straight out. My left leg can kind of go, it's a little bit like a warrior two kind of pose. So just adjust as you need to on the ball. You may need to come a little bit further forward towards the front of the ball. Use a wall or something to steady you if you're feeling a little bit unbalanced. And then just working that right leg, stretching it straight. Pushing down into the floor. Again here, you can rock a little bit in the ball. Rock a little forward, back, get that kind of pelvic tilt. So you're tilting back and then arching forward, tilting back, arching forward. Do that a couple times. And then maybe you even want to do a few circles, pelvic circles here with your leg outstretched. And then the other way. Do as best as you can. And then keeping that here, let's take your right hand down the leg, lift the left arm, and then do a little reverse kind of warrior. Stretching up and back, find some length and space on your left side of the body. And then coming back to the center, reach forward. Take your left forearm onto your knee, and your right arm reach it up. Stretch to the sky. Shake your head out a little bit. Let's stretch your arm. Take your top arm, reach it behind your back. Grab for your opposite hip if you can reach there. And then twist and open, roll your right shoulder back a little bit more. Looking up. Breathe deeply. Good. And then release your arm. Bring it back down and then slowly make your way back up. Let's switch sides. So you're gonna bend in your leg and then stretch your left leg straight out to the side. Again, just kind of adjust and find a spot that feels good into your legs. Stretching that leg straight out, you feel this on the inner thigh of that left leg. Pushing that foot down and out. And then again here, we can do a few little pelvic curls, forward and back. Tucking under, releasing, tucking under, releasing. Keeping that leg as straight as you can. And then maybe you do a few circles. Do as best as you can. The ball can sometimes be not quite so accommodating. Circling around. And then let's do a little reverse warrior. So take your left hand down, right arm up. Reach up and back. Shake your head out a little bit. Good, and then coming back. Reach over and then right forearm down, left arm up. Pushing down onto your right knee and reaching up through your left fingertips. Take your hand behind your back again, reach for your hip or wherever you can reach to, and then twist open the chest. Look up over your left shoulder. If your neck feels a little tight, just kind of relax it, soften it, breathe. Good, and then release the arm, bring it back out. All right, now let's do a little figure four seated on our ball. So you can take your right or your left leg. Again, use a wall, or if your ball is pushed back against a bed or a couch, works really well. And then grab your foot, bring it up and across. Okay, so you can hang on to something again, that helps, and then you push the knee down and out. And you don't have to stay still, you can rock a little bit. some tight stuff. As I do a few circles, it feels really good for me to move my pelvis and hips over to the right side and then push down a little bit more onto that right knee. I really get a good stretch all up the side of my hip. Deep breaths. You don't have to stay static. You can really move. Absolutely no problem. Okay, and then let's release the leg. Bring that foot down, and then let's do the other side. Grab your other foot, pull it up, pressing that knee down. And then again, you can just kind of move and roll a little. Do some circles. Again, just letting that, pushing my hips over to the left and then driving my left knee down. Slow, deep breaths in. Nice, slow, deep breaths out. Good. Let's release the leg and then set it down to the floor. Hands onto the legs. Let's do some more circles. Pelvic circles all the way around. Take it slow and really get that articulation through your pelvis. It's obviously harder with the bump there, but curling it under and then rounding it back and arching. And then going the other direction. All the way around. Good. All right, and then coming back to the center. So let's come into a nice deep squat. So you're gonna move the ball back and really wedge it into something behind you. And then you're going to just make your way down using the ball as support. And if this is quite challenging for you to get your feet flat on the ground, you wanna put towel or something under your heels to lift up, but the support of the ball should help so that you don't feel like you're dumping all the way down to the floor. And if your knees are kind of really caving in, you want to push the knees out. You got to make space anyways for the belly, so you need to be kind of pressing the knees open. And then we're just going to sit here for a moment. So support of the ball, you're leaning back into the ball, so you're supporting your spine. It's helping you to get your spine a little bit taller, longer, erect. And then just having your hands onto the inside of the knees if you can. You can push your knees out and have your palms together. That can feel nice. Maybe we roll the head a little side to side. Circling down and around. One direction and then the other. Good. Give your ribs a little bit of a wiggle, kind of move shoulders, ribs, a little left and right, left and right. Can always get a little bit of tightness in and around the diaphragm and the rib cage. And then take your right arm down on the inside of the leg, pushing back into the right knee. And then do a little bit of a twist and open your left arm, open the chest, reach up. Breathe. And then let's switch sides, bring your hands back together, and then take your left hand down, right arm up. A little open, a little twist. Good, coming back to the center. Hands onto the knees. Let's close our eyes and we're just going to do some deep breathing here. So we're getting a lot of pressure and pull onto the perineum because we're in this low squat. So I want you to think about that core breath. We're breathing into the ribs, the belly. Feel the fullness in your pelvic floor. Exhale, keep that openness, expansion, and release. Inhale, deep breath. Keep that opening. Exhale, release. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Three more. Last two. One more. Very good. Blink your eyes back open. Take your hands down and then just kind of slowly try to slide your feet out in front of you and keeping your back against the ball. Bring your legs into our kind of bound angle, our butterfly pose. You can wedge yourself back against the ball a little bit more just to help you get a more tall spine here. Depending on how flexible you are in your hips, your knees may be up a little bit higher, and that's fine. You work on lifting up here. If you are a little bit more flexible in your hips, you can pull your heels a little bit closer back towards you. That depends on the bump also and where the bump is and if you have space for it. And if you're okay with this here, maybe you lean forward. So I'm going to move my feet a little bit further forward so I can get my bump forward a little bit more. And then just walking yourself, your arms forward as far as you can. Deep breaths. Roll your head around a few circles. Just going to close your eyes and we're going to relax and breathe here as much as you can. Easier said than done sometimes. And again, some movement. Feel free here. If this feels really nice to lean left and right, side to side, go ahead and do it. It can feel really good in your lower back if you're not too tight in your inner thighs to be able to move forward here. And if you are having trouble with your knees not going down so much, you can be more here and just work on pushing the knees down and then just do this little side to side, side to side. That works really nice as well. So wherever you are for this pose, breathing a lot, deep breaths. Maybe you can even do a few circles or semicircles, kind of side to side. Coming forward, down, around to the side, and then reversing back forward, down, around to the other side. Just a couple more here. Honestly, whatever is working good for you. Find something that feels really nice. Very good. Make your way back. Slowly walk your hands back up. Sitting nice and tall. Okay, so let's just cross your legs in front of you. Again, you can have the ball behind you to help you give it a nice lift up through your spine. Hands on your knees, we're going to close our eyes and we're just going to finish off with some nice bit of breathing and relaxation here. So we're coming back to that breath. And as we're late into the pregnancy, we aren't worrying about squeezing, pulling the pelvic floor in anymore, but I want you to think about that releasing, relaxing, and letting go. You're inhaling the breath down to your pelvic floor. And you can use a visual, you can use the inhale, the pelvic floor, your flower petal blooming. Exhale, letting go, and keep that bloom. Taking this time to connect with your baby. You can even put your hands onto your belly just to feel your baby. Slow, continuous breath. Noticing if your mind wanders, and it will, but when it does, bring it right back here to your breath. Letting any tension melt away from your body. Taking a very well-deserved break just for yourself. No agenda, nowhere to go, nothing to do, just you, your body, your breath right here, right now. All right. Bringing your senses back into your body. Let's take a big deep inhale and take your arms, reach them up and out over your head. Exhale down and by the sides. Another big deep breath, inhale. Exhale down and by the sides. One more, inhale, stretch the arms, reach them out, up and over your head. All the way up, palms touch, exhale, bring your hands down to your heart, bow your forehead down towards your fingertips. Tip your forehead down towards your belly. And namaste. Very nice. I hope you enjoyed this shorter, nice movement. Really great for the final week or weeks of the pregnancy when getting